Alright, we're back with more Stanley Parable. We're trying to figure out the mystery of what that computer room is and who the narrator is and why we had a weird bond about adventure music. So, here we go. Ugh. Now, we haven't yet tried just obeying, just doing what he tells us to do.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
What?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Wait, you've never said that before. Why you gotta say that? You're messing with me, narrator. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's try your way this time, alright? Those are the pictures that were in the one room. The, coffee room, where we drink our coffee. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hire somebody to fire the paper synergy guys. Synergizing guy? I don't know. Oh, whoa. Who moved my desk? There was a tips for getting fired? Okay, let's figure this out. Broom
Stanley
closet.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I'll take this broom. I'll take that bucket. Close myself in.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Alright, well, we're playing your game this time, narrator. Oh, we've been...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fine, we'll obey. Oh, this is a nice office. Look at this. Excuse me, Mr. Boss Man.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
How do I do it? Where's the... Oh, right here. 2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Thanks for the tip, narrator.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, it's over here. Wait a second. Is this going to bring us to the room, the monitor room that we were in before? That I found randomly by accident at one time? I think so. I think so. Oh. Give some good old finger stretches. A back stretch. We will unravel this mystery. The mystery of Stanley.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
The part of me that likes to rebel really wants to escape. But the part of me that's kind of formed a weird attachment to the narrator, realizing he's probably not the bad guy in this, means I have to go forward. This is the computer room. This is the lower section. Okay, so when we were in the upper section before, we looked over and we saw employee 104 fired. If we look down on the little spirally spire, you saw this platform. This was down here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Up there!
Stanley thought to himself.
That's where we came in before.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Alright, I guess we'll
Now
bring up
the
the
monitors
computers.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh boy.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How do I dismantle it? Where's the dismantling? Do we press this button? I want to press this button. That's weird. What's down there? I would probably have to go in the power facility to dismantle it. It's like... Okay. I see why we were probably supposed to follow the narrator off the start to get more information about the game, but my rebelliousness made me not do that, so we went down a couple weird paths.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
It's just gonna reboot, isn't it? And we'll be back in our office.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
It's there.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Aww. So the narrator actually wanted to help us. He actually was like, hey, I'm going to help you out. And then he did. That's weird. See, I thought that, 100% the narrator was against us. But he wasn't. So we got one of those endings, but there's so much more for us to uncover in this game that we can't just stop here. Oh, alright. We know what we have to do. We have to play the crap out of Stanley Parable. And we'll do it in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Love having you here. Bye for now. Woo!